before I jump into this review, there's something I need to address. That being the whole kaien defusing thing. I was bitching about it, and you guys, a lot of you guys, took the time to inform me that he gave a reason. He defused because it felt weird. Well, fucking fantastic. That is not a good enough reason for me. I don't give a shit if he felt weird. You know, he's had this fucking form for 6 goddamn years, and now he feels weird. Now he thinks, I should probably see if I can get this undone. You know, he hasn't done it in any of the previous years that he's been like this. No, he waits until now, 6 goddamn years later. I want to know, why does he feel weird? Why all of a sudden? Why, like, what was the impetus behind him deciding to goddamn defuse at this moment? That's why. Also, my other big issue was the fact that it just happens off screen and he just kind of gives a bullshit explanation. So, yeah. You know, congratulations to Super for giving a reason. Like, honestly, the reason that kaien gives is pretty much the equivalent if like, in the next episode, or if in this episode, Goku's reason for not going SSGSS was, I like yellow instead of blue. That is the level of shitty fucking answer that was. That is why I'm bitching. That is why I don't think it's a good fucking answer. Alright? You can say, well, it's an answer. Well, it's a shitty answer. It's poor fucking writing. Now, on to the actual episode. Let me go ahead and get the... Well, actually, let me go ahead and get the summary out of the way. I was about to say, let me get the goods out of the way. Let me get the summary out of the way. Goku fights Potamo. Goku beats Potamo. Then Goku fights Frost. And Goku loses to Frost. First off, I kind of dig Potamo. He's not, like, you know, a super interesting character. You know, he doesn't come off as, like, particularly super strong. But he had that really unique ability that, like, you know, the force of Goku's punches, like, you know, like the hits and everything that he was taking, apparently, like, the energy from that, the energy from that gets, you know, transmitted into a different universe, according to Jocko, unless my subs are wrong. Either way, you know, if that is accurate, that's a really cool concept. The fact that he just kind of distributes, you know, like, energy into another dimension and it doesn't affect him personally. That's a really cool idea. Really fucking creative. I like how he loses the match where Goku just goes, oh, well, I can't really hurt you. So he just drags his fat ass out of the ring and just chucks him out. That was great, too. Love that. Frost being a good guy. Dig that. You know, obviously, you know, they're doing this whole kind of inverted, like, universe idea. First you had Kaba talking about, like, nah, man, Saiyans, we don't, like, fucking kill people and shit. At least unless, you know, they're bad. You know, we don't kill good people. And Frost is just like, oh, no, yeah, like, you know, I'm, like, you know, the hero of the universe. I am this universe's Goku, if Goku actually gave a shit about, you know, saving people and doing good. So, yeah, I really like that. Another thing I really dug is that whenever Goku goes Super Saiyan, you know, yeah, he goes Super Saiyan 1, but, you know, whenever he transforms, you know, they look at Kaba, and it's like, can you guys do that? And he's just like, I've never seen that shit before. I love that. I really love that idea, too, because, you know, and this is something I discussed with the guys in the past, is that Kaba's completely different from, you know, like, he evolved differently from, you know, Goku and Vegeta. So, I was wondering, like, would he have a Super Saiyan transformation? Would he just have a really powerful base form because he's differently, like, he evolved differently? Or would he have his own unique Super Saiyan transformation? I'm really hoping it's the latter, because the idea of a Saiyan transformation that neither Goku or Vegeta can get, like, because they're different. They cannot get this. It is a Super Saiyan transformation that they do not have access to. That would be an awesome idea. I'm really hoping that's the case. Hopefully the series does something cool like that. I'm not gonna hold my breath, but hey, I can hope. I can, you know, be somewhat optimistic. Alright, now, that takes care of all the good. Now on to all the bad. First off, the animation looks like fucking garbage. This was a very poorly animated episode, which is really disappointing considering this, you know, last 2 episodes I was fine with. You know, it gets off model, it's a little wonky here and there, but, like, you know, shit looked pretty fluid. You know, they had a lot of like, dynamic angles and, you know, perspectives and The animation had a lot of energy to it. Had a lot of style and flair to it. And in here, it just had a lot of shittiness to it. It was not very, engaging. And like I said, the perspectives, the angles, that the framing of the shots weren't, very dynamic or, visually interesting. So, they didn't do anything cool there. It's horribly fucking off-model. Way more off-model than the show has been in quite a while. I was starting to get, flashbacks of the Frieza fight, and I started crying, and it was terrible, and fuck the Frieza arc. But anyhow, going back to this arc, it looked bad. Definitely one of the worst looking episodes in quite a while. Because we've had some pretty decent looking episodes for a while now, and then all of a sudden, just kind of, it's like, wow. I mean, it's not episode 5, but pre-fixing, but it's pretty goddamn bad. Like I said, it's definitely the worst episode we've had in quite a while, since probably episode 26 probably was the last episode that looked this bad. So yeah. Alright. So there's that. Then let's get on to the actual meat of this episode. This episode's fucking boring. For an episode that is 90% fighting, it's goddamn boring. And the reason it's boring is because the fights aren't engaging. You have Goku versus Botamo. Botamo's whole thing is Goku can't hurt him, and the Goku all Goku does in this fight is just constantly trying to punch him and punch him and punch him and punch him, and he's just standing in the exact same spot, not really budging. He's moving backwards, just constantly just punching him in the exact same spot, repeating animation. It's not interesting, and this is Goku, the fighting genius, and his fucking strategy is punch him. That it didn't work. Punch him some more. How about I try kicking him? How about I try punching him some more again? God damn it. He does a Kamehameha, he mixes up a little bit. And then, also, Botamo's bouncing around prior to that. That was an interesting start to the fight. It's oh, he's gonna do this thing. But, they don't do that for very long. It's not you ever feel Goku's in any real danger. Goku gets hit and he almost slides out of the ring. But at the same time, it's Goku can fly. If Goku goes flying out of the ring, who gives a shit? He'll fly. Unless the writers just decide to have him not fly. So it's not he was in any real fear of losing. So yeah, I really felt they should have, I don't know, made Botamo's, his whole bouncing ability a bit more deadly. Something that really fucks Goku up if it hits him. That would have been nice. Put a little bit more tension into this fight. Also, have Goku mix up his fucking abilities, his techniques and shit, while, Botamo's not being physically harmed. Do something with that. Goku, have Goku try different things and different variations and try attacking him from different angles, and then end on the really great joke of just flip his fat ass over, drag him out of the ring, and chuck him out. That would have been great. But no, and the fight's super short. I mean, and that's fine. I'm not gonna, knock the fight for that. But, this is supposed to be the first fight, and it's not Dragon Ball hasn't had fast first fights. But usually whenever this happens, it's Goku versus Pamput, where Goku just takes him out in a couple of hits. A couple of super fast hits that no one sees, or King Chapu, which is Goku takes out relatively easily as well. Here it's it feels like there's no tension, because it's a longer fight. It's a longer fight that they draw. The fight's either too short, or I'm sorry, the fight's either too long to be a quick Goku knocks the guy out of the match really fast, displaying his power, showing off how badass he is. So it's too long for that kind of fight, but it's also too short to be an actually engaging fight that has any kind of tension to it. So that's the first issue right there. The second thing is Frost. First off, Frost has Frieza's voice. I don't know why. You can say oh, he's the alternate universe version of Frieza. Well, that's fantastic. He's still not Frieza. Why does he have Frieza's voice? And you can try to you can maybe try to make the argument well, maybe all of Frieza's race of people have that exact same voice. I mean, Frieza had it, Cooler had it, Chilled had it. You know, even though Chilled doesn't really exist in this continuity regardless. But King Cold didn't have that voice. So it's not something that is just inherent to his people. So yeah, not a big deal. I mean, I probably should have seen that coming. It was just, it's more irksome than it is an actual issue. In fact, it's not actually a problem. It's not something that's wrong with the episode. It's just something I didn't really care for. It is a creative decision that I didn't like, not an actual problem with the episode or with the story. Like, my actual problems with the story, though, is, okay, the fight. Once again, like, I feel like this fight is very tensionless. You know, Goku starts the fight. It starts off really great with, you know, Frost catches Goku's head, spins him around, drops him on the ground, like, really fast, and just, like, Goku's like, what the fuck was that shit? You know, that was great. That was cool. And then Goku's just like, oh, you know, I know you're holding back and you have other transformations. You might as well just go ahead and transform now. It's like, bitch, he fucking got the one. There's only been one hit so far in this fight, and he got it on you. Why the hell would he fucking start showing his card so soon? Like, that was kind of dumb. Like, he immediately goes, oh yeah, I guess you're right. You know, if you want me to, I'll transform. And then he transforms. Okay. And it's apparently his combat. I forgot, like, what they called it, but it's, you know, it is his mode for combat. And so, like, he transforms, and then they start duking it out, and that's okay. Like, once again, the animation isn't very good. The choreography isn't that great. And, like, you know, there doesn't really feel like there's a real struggle going on. You know, it's just, you know, they're just kind of punching back and forth. You know, it doesn't really feel like one character has the edge over the other. And then, you know, they interrupt this with the narrator, not the narrator, the fucking tournament announcer. He starts explaining Frost as a character and, like, what he does and his, you know, his transformed state. And it's like, okay, why are you interrupting the fight for this? I mean, like, I don't mind if the announcer is saying this stuff over the fight. That's fine. But you have literally just stopped showing us the fight. The big engaging thing that's supposed to be happening during this tournament. You know, who would have thought I wanted to see a fight in a tournament arc? But, you know, you're taking away from that to show us, you know, the cutaway to flashbacks of, like, Frost. You know, once again, you're cutting the tension. You're breaking the... Well, if there had been tension, you would have been breaking the tension. You would have been cutting away from that. So, yeah. You know, didn't like that. You know, they could have done that before... that, you know, before the tournament or before that match even started. They could have had a little bit of information on Frost, but no, they just kind of you know, shoved it right in the middle of the fight. You get back into the fight. You know, Goku and Frost exchange a couple of blows. He knocks Frost down, or I'm sorry, Frost knocks him down, and he goes, oh man, I guess I'm going to take this seriously. Why? Like, I mean, he's gotten like one really good hit on you. Like, you guys have been pretty even at this point. And he transforms into a Super Saiyan. I don't know why he's Super Saiyan instead of Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan. I don't know why. A lot of people seem to be really upset about this. I particularly am not. I don't consider this a plot hole or anything like that. I just think it's just a weird decision because, you know, this is kind of fucking with my headcanons, and I'm not sure. I did like the fact that, like, Goku still, like, you know, is, you know, because then, like, Goku transforms, and he's like, by the way, you're gonna want to, you know, do your final form. I know you got another one that you're hiding. And, you know, this makes sense at this point. Like, you know, Frost acknowledges, oh shit, like, you know, this guy had a transformation. Yeah, I really do need to go all out on him. But, like, he transforms, and Goku just beats the shit out of him. Like, it is not even like the one cool bit of framing in this entire episode was when Frost just comes down and, like, goes to, like, punch Goku with everything he has, and Goku just catches his fist. That was a good bit of framing, a good bit of, like the pace just kind of slows down, and just, you see that oh shit look on Frost's face. It's like, I'm about to get fucked, aren't I? And Goku fucks him. Figuratively. So yeah, that, I like that, but then it's just like, everything after that, it's just a few hits being exchanged. Goku just completely overpowers him. Once again, no tension. And then, Frost, like Goku blocks one of Frost's punches, and you see like this little bit of glint on his fist when he does that. It's this weird kind of little, it's a really like blinking you'll miss a kind of glint on his fist when that happens. And next thing you know, like Goku gets all woozy, and Frost ring outs him, and it's like, okay, well that was kind of anticlimactic. And fuck, it's just, yeah, like these fights are going by like super quick. So yeah, like I said, like this fight had no tension because, we never felt like there was a struggle until Frost, starts getting his shit wrecked by Goku, but then Frost, does that thing, I guess, and Goku gets all fucked up, but like, there's such a short amount of time between Goku getting all wonky and him getting ring outed, because it's almost like it's back to back. So it's not even like you have a second to build any tension up of like, oh man, Goku's kind of fucked up. What's gonna happen? It's just like as soon as he's fucked up, he's ring outed. They could have stretched that out a bit more. They could have had like Goku try to like fight back against it, something to try and like build some tension, and they didn't. So yeah, I didn't really care for any of the fighting that was really going on. There are moments. There are a handful of moments, that happen throughout this episode, but everything else is just so bad to mediocre, and terrible animation just exacerbates it. And another thing I want to bring up is these fights are going by really quick. I mean, this is like hitting like the type of pacing that the Toyotaro manga had, where it's just like Botamo, Goku, done. Like, he kicks Winnie the Pooh's ass, he's on to the next round, and the next round begins immediately, and then that, like, in one episode, 2 fights have concluded. I don't think there's been Dragon Ball anything that has resolved a fight that quickly. As of right now, this arc is just, like, breezing through these fights, and it's got me wondering, like, one of 2 things, and those 2 things being, like, are they just trying to, like, rush through this arc so they can wrap up the series and call it quits? Like, is there anything really planned after this? I don't know. Like, this kind of has me a little concerned that, like, this might be like, people are hating the series, even though it's doing well in the ratings, which I don't, so I don't know why they'd be doing that. So I'm really confused. Like, I really thought, like, that they were really starting to put their best foot forward. They were trying to, like, they had that really shitty filler episode or recap episode. They're going to try and do better here on out. It was starting to look promising. And then as soon as the tournament begins, when the actual meat of the arc begins, they just shit the bed. God damn it. God fucking damn it. So yeah, there goes my train of, enjoying Super. I think I got 2 consecutive episodes. That was nice. I hope I get to start enjoying it again soon. Also, something else I want to fucking bring up before I just call this video quits is, the Goku getting, fuzzy-eyed and shit. Apparently, like, people were theorizing and trying to figure out what happened to Goku. What could have possibly have happened? It's like, did you watch the fucking episode? Did you watch the episode? Like, you clearly see, like, the glint on his fist, that did something. You see, like, that look on Frost's face right after he does it. Because you can tell he did something to Goku in that scene. And then Goku gets all wonky, and in the very next episode, in the next episode preview, Goku even says, like, I don't know what that weird technique that he used on me was, like, or what was that weird technique he used on me. Goku acknowledges that, like, Frost did something to him. It was a technique of some sort. Maybe it's a pressure point, maybe. I don't know. But you know what it isn't worth? It's like fucking theorizing about this shit when you're gonna get a goddamn answer in 1 week. Can someone please answer to me why the fuck other DBZ YouTubers feel the goddamn need to fucking be like, here's my theory video on what could have possibly happened, even though you're gonna get the answer in like 6 days. Because we know you guys can't, like, it feels like fucking worthless clickbait content that people are just shoving out there now. Just Gotta get them views, gotta get them views. So yeah, maybe I'm just being really cynical. Okay, fine, I am being really cynical, because I am really cynical. But, yeah, like, goddamn it, people, seriously, stop perpetuating this culture that's just like, yeah, theories, let's theorize about something we're gonna get the answer to in, like, 4 days. Yeah, that's productive, that's meaningful, discussion. Fucking, just wait, guys. Goddamn. Zeon out.